Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth,
Hi, and I'm Chanique Johnson.
and we are here to talk to you today about how to maintain a work/school life balance.
Juggling school and work and personal life can be overwhelming. Balancing the demand of work and school and life can be difficult, but it is critical to have a overall successful mental health and successful career. Finding a balance between work, school, and life will benefit you personally, professionally, and academically. For example, by devoting sufficient time to sleep and exercise, you will be better focused on class and absorb more information from the readings and lectures. In turn, help you practicing these will help with not having to put so much study time in, and also make it easier to balance academics and professional obligations.
Definitely. Oh, wrong direction. So, I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty overwhelmed right now with school and classes, work, everything else. I have a lot of papers and a lot of exams all coming up. It's the end of the semester, so pretty much everything is piling up. Luckily, my grades are not dropping, but this is also a time for a lot of students where your grades do tend to either drop or, if you're lucky, they started out really bad and then they climbed up. But what we want to talk to you about is just how to keep yourself from getting too overwhelmed with everything that's going on and keep your grades up instead of watching them fall apart. So, go ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. What does being overwhelmed look like? Mental health is extremely important, and everyone needs to understand how to maintain work and school life balance. Mental exhaustion can affect you in many ways. Here are some examples: weight gain, lack of sleep, poor grades, depression and anxiety, and lashing out on family and friends. Which is definitely all signs of being overwhelmed. Too much of this, when you put too much focus in your responsibilities in life, it's easy to open it up to negative consequences. For example, putting more time and focus into work, it'll help you do good at work. But if you're in school, it needs to be a healthy balance between the two, because you don't want to put more time into studying in school and then next thing you know you get fired or demoted from your job. And then you don't want to put too much focus on your job where your grades is falling and you can't keep up in school. So it's definitely important to have a healthy balance and know exactly what being overwhelmed look like, whether it's you may even have hair loss, or you may not even be sleeping. So it's good to know that part.
Definitely, especially when you're an adult and you have bills to pay, so you have to work full time and get your homework done. It can be a lot.
Yes.
So, how to have a balance between work, school, and life. Everyone needs to take a break now and again. There's definitely plenty of ways you can do it. These are just a few that we came up with. If you have a pet, you can just take 20-30 minutes out of your day and spend some time with them, cuddle with them. My mini Aussie loves to play, so even just taking a few minutes in the morning and throwing her little bouncy ball for her is the greatest thing in the world. Take a mini vacation. You don't actually have to go anywhere. Even if you just give yourself like a 3-day weekend or a 4-day weekend, depending upon what your work schedule is, and do a staycation. Stay home, relax, go out with friends. Or if you're lucky enough and you can go somewhere, great. take a few days and just go have some fun. You don't even have to go with anyone. I can honestly say vacations by yourself, even for a few days, is actually pretty relaxing. You get to do what you want when you want. You don't have to deal with anybody else. So that can be extremely relaxing for you. Or go for a walk. You can also exercise. Exercise releases quite a few endorphins. So it can make you, if you do it in the morning, it can put you in a really good mood for the rest of the day. I am a huge fan of yoga because it gives you a chance just to really take time for yourself. Plus, it has an exercise aspect to it. So you're going to get those endorphins anyway. And it doesn't even have to be a long yoga class. I've been doing YouTube videos for yoga, and some of them are only like 15, 20 minutes long. And it's literally just to wake you up in the morning. And they're pretty great. If you feel like you want to talk to somebody and you don't want to talk to a professional therapist, you can always just talk to your friends and family, especially friends who are going through the same thing as you. Maybe they're also adults working and in school at the same time, so they understand exactly what you're going through. They're probably just as overwhelmed as you are and could use someone to vent to. And lastly, treat yourself. Take a day and just treat yourself. Go to the mall, go to a movie, take yourself out to lunch or dinner. It's amazing what just taking a few hours, even out of your week, can do for your mental health. It can help you recenter, refocus, and just get your week on track for what you want. I like to do mine more towards the end of the week. That way it's a little bit more like, I've stressed out all week and now I can take a day and just be like, okay, it's done. All my homework's done. My work is done. I can just take some time for me. But that's just my personal preference. Other people like to do it at the beginning of the week. So you start your week off with it on a happy high, and then the stresses of everything else hit you.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree. This is also I'm in the middle of the semester for myself, and I took a mini sabbatical last weekend, and I just had to get away. I didn't realize how overwhelmed I was until I actually got on a plane and went to a hotel, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna do this. And I went there and I completely crashed because I was tired, exhausted. So I totally agree, like balancing school and work, like you got to get, and I also took some time to get organized. I noticed that I wasn't so organized in all my classes, and so I took time to like make sure I looked at my calendar, got everything in order. Okay, I know I have these many papers left. I know I have these many discussions left. I have this many exams left. Let me prioritize my time so I can get organized and stay focused and just push towards the end. So I agree. Taking a couple of hours just to get your thoughts together is really good. That's excellent.
Big time.
And everyone deals with stresses differently. That's why it's so important to know the key is finding time for yourself to be centered and relax. So it's good to know what your stresses are. Like for me, I know if I'm stressed, I automatically I'm eating all type of snacks. I'm just eating unnecessarily. eating.
That's where that weight gain gets you.
Exactly, which is not good. No. So that's, yeah, it's so important to know. That way you can track it, like, okay, or if you don't feel stressed, because sometimes I don't feel stressed, but I know I'm stressed because I have a lot going on in my world. So it's like, even then, it's like, okay, I'm stressed. Let me take some time here to decompress and get it together and get back on track.
Definitely. Yep. So the last thing we have for you, we kind of touched on it a little bit already, is prioritizing. I actually had a similar realization yesterday when I was looking at when all of my coming up exams and papers are due. I discovered on the same weekend in March, I have 3 papers and 2 exams from Friday to Monday. And I was like, what? So I actually took that whole weekend off. from work. Normally that's not
good.
something I would do. Like I wouldn't take a random day off if I have an exam, but just seeing how much I had to do in that weekend. And even because I'm weird, I like to pre-work on my homework. So technically one of the papers is already pre-written, but it's nowhere near ready to be turned in. And I was just like, you know what? Trying to work all week and cram all these papers and cram for these exams, it's not going to be good. So I definitely was like, you know what? My priority for that weekend is school. It's not work. It's not hanging out with anybody. It is my schoolwork. So I took a long weekend. I'm off Friday through Tuesday, and I'm just gonna focus on what I need to do and hopefully nail those exams and those papers.
You will. You got it. You will.
Fingers crossed. So for some, this prioritizing might look like making a list, or in my case, taking a random day off to focus on homework. But you need to make sure you're prioritizing yourself. If you don't prioritize yourself, everything else is going to fall apart. You are the most important person in your life. So you need to focus on you. Otherwise, like we said, you could end up with anxiety, weight gain, unnecessary weight loss. Some people panic and lose weight. Other people eat their feelings and they gain a ton of weight, which ultimately is going to affect your health in the long run. So you really need to make sure that what you're focusing on is you. Everything else, it'll happen, it'll come.
Here are some resources. If you need any resources, feel free to reach out to the Career Center. And it's better, I've learned with utilizing the Career Center that it's better to start working with them ahead of time so you can take advantage of all the resources that they have, and not really wait until the last minute, because they have so many different options to help you. Like they have tests. If you're not really sure what career field you want to go into, they have different tests that you can take that can narrow it down. They also have different internships and jobs. So it's just nice to be along with them along the journey so they can help you. We also had a food pantry, which is every week, the wellness center, which is good, and then the Office of Student Life, and then CAPS. If you need any counseling or someone just to talk to, CAPS is here.
And you don't even have to talk to one of the therapists. We both work at CAPS. We're also students, and we're not licensed therapists. Right. We're students just like y'all. So if for some reason you don't feel comfortable talking to an actual licensed therapist and you maybe want to vent to us first, we're here for you. And then we can, if after venting to us, you feel like you do want a little bit more advanced help than what we can offer you, we can definitely help set you up in that direction. Sometimes it's nice just having someone to relate to.
Yes, I agree.
All right, so that is all from us. We want to thank you for watching our presentation, and hopefully you learned some really good mental health techniques on how to balance your life. Feel free to drop by CAPS, or you can email them. The email address is here on the slide. We are upstairs of the, I'm not sure we would call that building. We're upstairs from where the cafeteria and everything is. I don't remember what it's called all of a sudden. And you can't miss us. You walk up the stairs and we're literally right there in front of you. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions, you can definitely reach out to any one of us. Otherwise, hope you have a wonderful rest of the week and a really good semester.
Bye.
Bye.